I'd like to call the meeting to order of the Public Utilities Commission, September 22nd, 2015. Our first item of business is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held August 25th of 2015.
I'd offer a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the commission meeting held August 25th, 2015.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve the August 25th, 2015 minutes. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the proposed amendment to PUC Regulation Number 111 in regards to debit and credit card payments. Is there anybody that needs to present any further information on this? Or?
I can read an overview that we have here, if you like. At the previous commission meeting, staff presented a proposal to implement an online billing system and receive debit and credit card payments. At that time, it was noted that the regulations would need to be rewritten and that the commission wanted to review these changes. As a part of the normal process, these regulation changes are being brought back to the commission as a part of a public hearing. The changes on the attached revised regulation is what is being recommended at this time. We have made a limit of $1,000 for debit and credit card payments. Another question that arose at the meeting was why not allow partial payments. Staff has asked the question of the companies and we will be able to offer partial payments at the window. However, due to the system works, we'll not be able to offer partial payments online and still maintain the ability of all customers to review their accounts online. So the regulations are trying to mirror our system requirements and system limitations.
Okay, thank you. Since this is a public hearing, is there anybody that wishes to speak about the regulation? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'd offer the motion to approve the resolution and waive the reading and close the public hearing to amend PUC Regulation Number 111 in regard to debit credit card payments.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion and second to approve the resolution, waive the reading, closing public hearing to amend PUC Regulation Number 111 in regards to debit credit card payments. Is there any further discussion?
I'd like to just highlight that under Part Subdivision 6B, states there's a $1,000 limit for debit or credit card payments. I assume that's a top limit. That's not a minimum payment. The language of the regulation actually doesn't say that, but maybe we should clarify that.
Right. $1,000 maximum limit.
Would that be something that the city attorney's office could clarify?
Maybe insert that word maximum.
No, you don't want that to be the minimum.
Correct.
Rates are high. I don't think they're that high. Yes, certainly we can insert or maybe even just change limit for maximum. That wouldn't be any concern.
Okay.
I'd allow that in my motion for the attorney to do that minor change.
As I would in my second.
Okay. Then the motion is will include the addition of the word maximum in front of limit in the what was the section that was in?
6B.
Subdivision 6B.
6B. Okay. Is there any further discussion? Okay, if you would call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bernick,
Yes.
Commissioner Fingland,
Yes.
Commissioner Heine,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan, President,
He's absent. Yeah.
President Steinke.
Yes. Okay. Moving on to item 3A, utility operations for the month of September from the Utilities Director, Mr. McCabe.
Thank you. The sump pump inspection program basically is winding down with the summer help headed back to college. And we're left with just one, residents were unable to gain access out of, the 2,000, where we have got inside to check the sump pump or confirm that there's not a sump pump in place. And without access, the $50 surcharge was placed on their August utility bill. And this is a customer who had no history of being disconnected in the past for non-payment of the utility bills, but with that $50 surcharge on their bill, they didn't pay their bill this month, and they're scheduled for disconnection this Thursday. And whether they pay it or not on Thursday, there'll be another surcharge hitting them on the 25th, so the bill's gonna be going up to $100. It's something where our inspectors caught, the resident at home at one point. They really bent over backwards trying to get access, and even when they're right on the doorstep, they didn't want to provide, for the inspection. They had indicated that they'd schedule it, in the next week, and that never happened. So it's unfortunate. Our whole goal here is to just get access for the inspections, and we're potentially disconnecting somebody who's been paying their bills regularly.
Has there been any other communication besides the communication at the door?
Well, to get in there in the first place, door hangers were left more than once. That they've gotten letters. They got a letter that indicating if they didn't schedule the appointment, that this surcharge would go on. Since then, there's been letters previous.
But we really don't know what their objection is.
No. It's just a frustration at this point. It's really what wasn't intended in the program. But, the success rate has been very good with just one problem out of 2,000 houses we had to get into so far.
I would agree. I think that's excellent. Only 1 out of 2,000. That's pretty decent.
Moving on, 3M owns the high voltage cable and switchgear on their campus in town, and our electric crew had to help them troubleshoot a problem on Tuesday the 8th. They did some work to help them check out the switchgear and the cable. The fault was actually in 3M's equipment. It caused a power outage to their main building. So we helped them to the extent possible, but it was their problem to clean up in the end. We also made one change. Normally we use a contractor to do a corrosion survey for a fuel oil tank in the center street substation. It's a $3,000 a year contract. With our natural gas operation, doing corrosion work for the whole natural gas distribution system throughout the city, we just asked them if they could pick up that work. And the cathodic protection, the corrosion control equipment is somewhat different. So our corrosion technician had to get additional training, but the plan going forward is to bring that work in-house. We can do it for a lot cheaper than $3,000 a year, even in the first year with added costs for training. We also had the water department had a survey completed earlier this year to look for leaks in the steam pipes, and they identified one on First North Street across from the power plant, and they spent some time trying to pinpoint it, and they finally were able to expose the leak, and they took an outage on a Sunday to get in there and cut out the bad section of the steam pipe and make repairs. But the way the system is configured, to get in there and take the pipe out of service, it was an outage to the entire district heating system. But they worked out arrangements with the 3 customers who use steam during the summer. And last, our new standby generator for the 20th Street sewage lift station's installed. They're just commissioning that at this point.
Okay. In addition, I guess I would like to congratulate the Employee of the Month, William Swanson. William is here this evening. He's the Energy Services Representative for the PUC Administration Department. And our congratulations, William.
Mr. President, I'd offer a motion to receive and order file the report regarding utility operations during the month of September 2015.
Second.
Okay, motion and second to receive and order filed the utility operations report for September. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4A, will consider authorizing the city manager to advertise for bids and set bid date for the boiler number 2 burner upgrades.
Mr. Chairman, this is a project that goes back to, I think, 2012. It was deferred for a number of years because it really doesn't generate any revenue. It just provides backup capacity in case we'd lose boiler 1 during the winter heating seasons. Boiler 2's had 2 of its 3 burners taken out of commission. And with that, its capacity is reduced to 37,000 pounds per hour. And for about 244 hours over the winter of 2013-14, we had a deficit that if we lost boiler 1, we couldn't pick it up on boiler 2. Dan Persig, our engineer, has been working with Sergeant Lundy over the last several months, refining the spec. And he's worked out some other options we want to look at that may give us adequate performance at a lower cost. And at this time, we're ready to advertise for bids.
Okay.
Mr. President, I'd offer the motion authorizing the city manager to advertise for bids and set the bid date for the boiler number 2 burner upgrade project.
Second.
Okay, motion and second, authorizing the city manager advertise for bids and set the bid date for boiler number 2 burner upgrade project. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Last item on the agenda today is consider acceptance of list of claims paid and approval of the list of claims to be paid.
I'd offer the motion to accept list of claims paid in the amount of $1,334,285.62 and approve list of claims to be paid in the amount of $444,407.04.
Second.
Okay, motion and second to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $1,334,285.62 and approve the lists of claims to be paid in the amount of $444,407.04. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Any further comments from commissioners? Why, we stand adjourned.